Hello, hello. So I wanted to go live real quick because I signed up for this Facebook. It's asking me to bring you on live. I'm not going to.
No, not today.
I'm in a Facebook like 5 day training on how to work with Facebook groups for your business. So it got me thinking because like today was the first day and we had like this homework. Hey Ben, so we had to do this homework and I didn't. So first I want to start by saying about a week ago with me and like my quantum transition work, the word genius kept popping up because I was like, I've always talked about Herman being a genius, never talked about myself. I didn't consider myself a genius. But since all this work with me has been coming out more and more and more, like one day in my mind it just hit me like, this is my genius because if him and I are a vibrational match, if he's a genius, then I have to have that somewhere. This is mine. Well, I didn't know. I've since then learned because I've had all these ads hit me by all these different coaches all of a sudden, um, and they call it genius zone, like finding your genius zone. So that's actually a term. I didn't even know that. So in the training, this lady brought this up. It comes up again, genius zone. So like we had to come up with, talk about what is our genius zone, and then the category we fall under, subcategory, and then your niche. So I put my genius zone is helping others tap into and figuring out their genius because that's what we do with quantum trance. It's expanding your consciousness. When you reach that higher part of your consciousness that has all the answers, well, that is your genius. So, okay, my category would be spirituality. That's the broad category. My subcategory is expanding consciousness. Then my niche would be quantum trance slash hypnosis. It is hypnosis, but I call it trance. So I just wanted to talk about that because I think it's not just me. Like a lot of people would not call themselves a genius because you have the 3D definition of genius, which is based on like an IQ number. And I think that would even change for us. I took a high Q, high Q. I took an IQ test in college. And that was in 1999. It was my freshman year. So it was either fall of 99 or spring of 2020 when I took this test. Well, it's now 2020. I said spring of 2020, spring of 2000. It was either fall of 99 to into spring of 2000 I took this test. Okay, it's now 20 years later. I'm not the same person I was then. I don't even have the same type of information in my head that I had then because in college it's what they tell you to think about. What you're cramming for, what you're trying to memorize for an exam, what you're writing about for a paper. That's what's on your mind besides partying. But now it's totally different. So I don't think I know our consciousness and what's in the forefront of your mind. That changes over time. And your knowledge base changes, that expands. You may forget things, but it's because you brought in new things. So I think if we all could do an IQ test, it would be totally different. I think the IQ tests should be different though, because I don't think it's really testing for true genius. It's testing for what the school system, that system that has been formed, would consider genius based on numbers. But I don't think that's really what true genius is. I think it's a level of consciousness that anyone can reach. Tesla talked about this, how his answers came from the universe. He was tapping into a higher dimension. He was tapping into higher planes of consciousness and channeling all this info through him. And I think it was coming from him. He said the universe, but we are the universe. He was tapping into him, but that higher state of consciousness that is more closely connected to the level of source, not the human body. So, they didn't really call it consciousness back then. I don't think they had different terms. A lot of it they considered philosophy, being a philosopher. about the universe. Now we talk about consciousness. So I think it's the same broad general area that he was getting at. Now we just call it something different. We know of it a different way. But I think everyone, well, I don't know about everyone, but I think a lot of people can reach that genius level. And when you do, it changes everything. It changes your work, it changes how you live, it changes everything. Yeah, Tesla. We love Tesla. God code, yeah. Isn't that a book, Ben? I've heard that. A lot of people call what I call the highest self. A lot of people call that like the God self or the Christ consciousness. To me, the Christ consciousness is not even the highest self. That's a higher aspect of consciousness, but it's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain some of this. Like it's trying to get too technical about things that it's hard to even put into human words. DNA, absolutely, Ben. It's waking up and activating the dormant strands of DNA, which is where we get our galactic knowledge and past life knowledge, and yeah. So I don't know. It's all pretty interesting. So I just wanted to talk about that, and I'm ready to help more people tap into their genius. Like I'm ready to book more sessions. So that's why I'm doing this video. If everyone share it out, please, because it feels really good to finally have my thing. Like this is my work. This is my thing. This is it for me. It may change and expand over the years, but the actual work, like this is it. So it's a pretty cool feeling, and I get excited, and I'm just ready. Like I'm ready. I want to like have one booked every single day. So I just wanted to hop on and say that this is gonna be a quick video because I've needed a lot of rest this weekend from other things going on. So I'm not gonna stay on here a long time. I just wanted to talk about that. And if anyone sees this video, if you're ready to tap into your genius, you can PM me or go to www.coven88.com. At the tabs at the top, click on Quantum Trance. You can read more about it there and you can book it. Yeah. So, alrighty then, guys. It's time to start a new week with Moon Day. Monday, Moon Day. So, see, I'm blanking out because I'm not at genius level right now. Like my brain's tired. I need to just go. All right, guys. Have a good night.